Welcome to the Social Lens, and thank you for watching. On Thursday, 1 June 2023, 3 vehicles were burnt and 4 others damaged at Maponya Mall in Soweto during an alleged attack on e-hailing vehicles by taxi drivers. The incident also resulted in one driver being shot and later rushed to the nearest hospital. The incident took place at around 7 p.m. when a group of taxi drivers allegedly attacked a group of e-hailing drivers who were waiting for customers at the mall. The taxi drivers allegedly used stones and other objects to attack the e-hailing drivers, and then set fire to their vehicles. The police were called to the scene, but the taxi drivers had already fled. The police have opened a case of arson and public violence, and they are investigating the incident. The attack on the e-hailing drivers is the latest in a series of incidents of violence between taxi operators and e-hailing drivers in South Africa. In recent years, there have been a number of protests and attacks by taxi operators who are opposed to the growth of the e-hailing industry. Taxi operators argue that e-hailing drivers are not regulated and that they are taking away their customers. E-hailing companies, on the other hand, argue that they are providing a safe and convenient service to customers and that they are not breaking any laws. In 2013, Uber launched its services in South Africa, and it quickly gained popularity. In 2016, there were a number of protests and attacks by taxi drivers on Uber drivers. In some cases, Uber cars were set on fire. The violence led to the deaths of several people, including an Uber driver. Taxi drivers in South Africa have long complained that e-hailing companies are taking away their business. In 2019, the taxi industry launched a nationwide strike in protest of the e-hailing industry. The government of South Africa has tried to mediate the conflict between the taxi industry and the e-hailing industry, but so far has been unsuccessful. The violence between taxi operators and e-hailing drivers has raised concerns about the safety of both drivers and passengers. The government has called for calm and has urged both sides to resolve their differences through dialogue. However, it remains to be seen whether the violence will end anytime soon. The main reasons for the conflict between Uber and taxi drivers in South Africa are the following. The first one is the competition for customers. Uber and taxi drivers compete for the same customers. Uber offers a convenient and affordable service, which has led to a loss of customers for taxi drivers. The second reason is regulatory issues. Uber is not regulated in the same way as taxi drivers. This has led to resentment from taxi drivers, who feel that Uber is not playing by the same rules. The third main reason is cultural factors. Taxi drivers in South Africa are often seen as being part of the informal economy. They are often from marginalized communities and they have a strong sense of community. Uber, on the other hand, is seen as a foreign company that is exploiting the South African taxi workers. It poses a risk to their livelihood, even though the majority of South African citizens see it as a necessary and convenient alternative to taxis and not necessarily a replacement. The public view is that the two can coexist if taxi drivers and associations can be more tolerant and open to competition in what is essentially a business environment. The attacks on Uber drivers are a serious threat to the safety of e-hailing drivers in South Africa. The government needs to take action to protect e-hailing drivers and to resolve the conflict between the taxi industry and the e-hailing industry. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel.